Hi, I'm Johanna Rothman, and this is Becoming a Valuable Test Manager in the Age of Agility. Or, as I like to say, becoming a kick-ass test manager focused on business outcomes 10 years on. But that's way too long a title. Back in 2012, I gave this keynote called Becoming a Kick-Ass Test Manager. And what I said in 2012 was test managers had to lead. They needed to lead people to support everybody's growth, to become higher value. They needed leadership to understand that quality is a business decision, and they needed to understand the business needs, to understand that teams needed to collaborate to stop the multitasking and deliver value. Now, let me talk a little bit about what's changed in the past decade. We have all kinds of very cool technology. We have streaming. We have facial recognition in our hands with our phones and with any of our devices. We can get almost anything delivered almost anywhere in the world. And Agile has taken over the world. And when I say this to people, they say, oh, big yawn. So why do people yawn at this idea of Agile? Because we are moving backward in the Agile community. We have processes, frameworks, and tools over individuals and interactions. We have extensive story, theme, and epic documentation over demos of working product. And don't even get me started on the notion of themes and epics. Just ridiculous. We have commitments over collaboration. And we have all kinds of planning and prediction for roadmaps and backlogs instead of responding to change. So the Agile community is not moving forward. But test managers, especially kick-ass test managers, have many, many options. That's because leadership matters much, much more than ever. So if your organization wants business agility, your job as a test manager is to support people as they grow, to understand the overarching goal for the leadership. So you can say to people, here's where we want to be. This is what done actually means, why we're doing this work. And we need to focus on team agility, team flow, right? Thinking in flow efficiency. So we look at what the team has as outcomes, not as an individual, to eliminate multitasking and deliver value. Does this sound a little bit familiar? Yes, your job is still the same, but how you do it is very, very different. And that's because we now have modern management principles and skills that you can use. So, for example, if you clarify your purpose at all levels, how do you offer value to the organization? How does your team offer value to the organization? What does the organization need to do? You can clarify the purpose. You can create that overarching goal. You can build empathy with the people who do the work, including building a safe environment that's at least psychologically safe, if not also physically safe. You can encourage experiments and learning. You can catch people succeeding, right? All of these are the modern management skills that you can use to become a kick-ass test manager. So let me talk about the first one, where I suggest you support people in their growth. If you offer autonomy, mastery, and purpose, and you say to people, you ask people, what would you like to learn? Here is the work that I can support you with, that helps you figure out what you want to learn. That helps you offer people remarkable careers, not just jobs. Then, if you clarify the overarching goal, you can ask all the why questions. Why this project? Why now? That means you can then understand what kind of agility does this work need? And what does done really mean for this? Most of us work in where we need to do some discovery and some delivery on a regular basis, not a totally non-deterministic product and not a totally deterministic product. And then if we focus on the teams, not the individuals, we can actually have rationalization in the project portfolio. Your managers can commit to a team, not ask a team for commitment from them. That means that teams can work on one product or project at a time. And yes, I wrote a book about this. This is the project portfolio flow from that book. Leaders create and refine the culture, the system of work, the environment, so everybody can succeed. And test managers are ideally placed to see and change the system. That's why test managers, especially kick-ass test managers, can focus on the people, the leadership, and the business. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and let's stay in touch. I write the Pragmatic Manager newsletter on my website, which is at this link. I hope that you link with me on LinkedIn, and here are all my books.